day. I trust you're all well and safe. I would like to welcome you to the International Statistical Institute's 63rd World Statistics Congress of 2021. In today's session, we're going to focus on a wickedly hard problem, which relates to the statistical measurement of illicit financial flows. Illicit financial flows pose a serious problem for financing development, largely because they drain capital and tax revenues in developing economies, undermining their ability to mobilize already very scarce resources. Illicit financial flows also pose a direct threat to sustainable and inclusive development by diverting resources from social spending and productive investment, and thereby impede structural transformation. As a result of the scourge, it's not surprising that the 2030 Development Agenda focuses on significantly reducing illicit financial flows in order to promote sustainable development. In order to curb illicit financial flows, it's important that we have a better understanding of what that particular flow is, how big the size of the problem is, what the relevant sources and channels are, and some insights into illicit finance and related mechanisms. This requires relevant data and statistics. However, by the sheer nature of them being illicit, it means that they're hidden, making them very difficult to track and measure. And this often results in either an over or an underestimation of the problem. To this end, the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, and the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, the UNODC, collaborating with the Economic Commission for Africa, UNECA, have established an international statistical task force that has now developed statistical concepts and methods on the measurement of illicit financial flows. Today's session, we will actually share the conceptual framework and the recommended methods for the measurement of illicit financial flows, and welcome countries to actually share their experiences. We have 4 excellent speakers to guide you on this journey, and I will actually be introducing each of the speakers to you. I will also be the discussant at the end of today's session. My name is Nicolaou Manias, and I have been working in the illicit financial flows space since 2011, when I headed up the Illicit Financial Flows Policy Unit in South Africa's Financial Intelligence Center, where we were tasked to actually measure the size of the illicit economy as well as illicit financial flows. I've also been collaborating with UNCTAD and the UNODC, and specifically UNECA, on the measurement of illicit financial flows, focusing specifically on commercial and tax malpractices. And I'm also the UNECA IFF consultant for the 10-country pilot, but a little bit more about that a little later. So our first speaker that we're going to hear from is Ms. Diana CAMERINI, who is the IFF's project coordinator at the UNODC in the data development and dissemination section. Diana is supporting the pilot testing of statistical methodologies on crime-related illicit financial flows in Asia, the Pacific, as well as in Africa. And she'll be presenting the conceptual framework for the statistical measurement of illicit financial flows. Mr. BOJAN NASTAV is actually from UNCTAD, and he's a statistician who's responsible for leading the work on the development of methodological guidelines for the statistical measurement of the tax and commercial IFFs component. And his presentation really looks at exploring the various methodologies for the measurement of tax and commercial related illicit financial flows. Our third speaker is Ms. SALOME FRANZONI, who is at the UNODC INEGI program in Mexico. She is actually coordinating all projects and activities at the UNODC INEGI Center of Excellence in Statistical Information, focusing on government, crime, victimization, and justice, specifically in Mexico City. She will be presenting on the results of the pilot to measure illicit financial flows in Latin America, focusing specifically on illicit narcotics and human trafficking in Mexico and South America. Our next speaker is Mr. Bishop AKOLGO. He is the former executive director in the Integrated Social Development Center, an NGO based in Accra in Ghana. Bishop is an expert on modeling illicit financial flows and its developmental implications for Ghana. He will be presenting on the importance of data and statistics in the field of illicit financial flows, looking at the Ghanaian experience. Lastly, I will be looking at the various highlights from each of the presentations and discussing some of those issues. And for more information, you may go to the following websites and click on the following links in order to be able to get more information. So I hope you enjoy this session with us, and I'll chat to you a little bit later.